Miller. I'm the owner of Martin House Books in Westerly, Rhode Island. We have 2 floors. The top floor is all adults. The bottom floor is children's. We have the cafe here too. That's a separate business, Cafe 1888. Come down to Martin House Books, enjoy a great coffee, and pick out another great read.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, and welcome to what should we call this show? What should we call this show, Ken? Tommy?
The Early Sports Show.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
And I'm thinking maybe, because we're live on New Shore Radio as well.
Oh, good.
Which is important to know. So
that's very important to know.
So maybe we go with a nautical theme. I don't know. I'm just going to try it out for today. See if people like it. See if you guys like it. Let's go with the morning tide.
The morning tide.
The morning tide. For today, at least.
Right.
We'll see if we like it.
Does it ebb and flow?
Does it ebb and flow? It kind of does. It kind of does.
I'm Ed, your flow.
All right. And let's also say thank you to our friends over at Coastline Window Treatments, who are our weather sponsor for today. We are live here in Westerly, Rhode Island. It is 64 degrees right now, and kind of beautiful at the moment, actually. It's really nice out at the moment. Feels like 69 degrees outside. High today of 78, low of 62. Mostly sunny today. Tomorrow morning, some AM showers. Saturday, some PM showers. So what that means to me is great time to go to the beach, right? PM showers, maybe there's a 51% chance of a little bit of rain on Saturday. You got the Mesquamaket bubble. I think we're going to be fine. The humidity right now is 66%. The UV index is 2. That should get a little bit higher, but it is very low at the moment. So great time to go out to the beach. And it is a beautiful time. So thank you once again. If you want to keep your home cool in the summer and warm in the winter, get some new shades from Coastline Window Treatments. Especially check out the honeycomb shades. Honeycomb shades do a tremendous job. Have you ever had honeycomb shades, guys? Either of you? They're really awesome. They sort of like trap
pockets.
Yeah, they sort of like trap pockets. It's really really nice. So anyway, thank you guys so much for that. Let me hand it over now to these two gentlemen, as we are here for. Yeah, of course I'm talking about you. It's time for the Ken Collins Morning Sports Report. Ken.
Oh yeah, I was looking for two other guys.
Yeah, I was too. I was looking.
Don't forget there's a 49% chance that it's not going to rain either.
Did you pay him to say that? Did you pay him to say that we were gentlemen?
I did. Tommy, you're completely off screen now. So
I know. That's why I'm getting away with it.
Oh, you're going to do a little sports?
I would love to do a little sports.
All right. The Cubs beat the Mets. Mets are having a heck of a time. They spend so much money, these teams. Sometimes it works, but for the Mets, I don't know. They just can't. No matter how much money they spend, because it does work for the Dodgers, but not the Mets. They lost 10-3 yesterday afternoon. The Red Sox lost to Colorado. 8-6 was the final score there. Red Sox had a 6-3 lead in that game, but the bullpen let them down. Colorado come back, scored late, and got a 8-6 win over the Red Sox. That was yesterday afternoon also. Angels beat Baltimore by 1 run, 7-6. And the Yankees played a night game last night in Detroit, and they beat the Tigers 4-2. Today or tonight, or both, in Major League Baseball, Kansas City will be in Tampa That'll be at high noon, a little bit after 12:10. Texas Rangers at Toronto. I love the starting times that they give for these games. 12:10. Texas at Toronto, 7:07. Not 7:10, not 7:05, 7:07. The Mets, they're at home. They're to take care of Chicago again, but they haven't had much luck. 7:10 the time there. And the Yankees, they beat the Red Sox. How about that?
They didn't beat the Red Sox.
I don't know.
What? Oh, they have the Red Sox.
Hmm.
You're just spoiler alert. You think that they're going to beat them?
Do I?
No, never mind. Never mind.
Oh, I mean, it's a 50-50 chance.
All right.
I thought if I say it's a 4-game series, it'll play.
That sounds possible.
Let's see. First round of the Travelers Championship up in Cromwell, Connecticut today. Matter of fact, the boys should be teeing off already. Already playing up there in Cromwell. They got a good date for it. So if you're not doing anything, head up to Cromwell. I got to tell you one quick thing about. You guys been to a golf tournament? A professional golf tournament?
Yeah.
You ever see the guys around the green? That
Yeah.
are volunteers. They hold the
They hold the
signs
sign
up.
of a quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
quiet
Or they had to
sign.
put their hands up.
Guess who had that duty one year at Cromwell?
Yeah.
A guy. Now,
Was it you?
this is a guy. Now, don't forget, it says quiet.
Yeah.
Paulie Dinkerella.
Oh my God.
Probably did.
Yeah.
So what, you
By
could
the
shut him
time
up?
that tournament ended, he must have talked to every golfer that came through there. And he told me he was telling them which way the putt was going because he was at the green.
Yeah.
I think-
Paulie,
I think the only person that might have been more talkative than that would be Paul Jr.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
But Paulie was just giving advice. I'd love to have seen that.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
He's an entertainer in
Oh,
himself.
is he ever? NASCAR will be at the road course in Sonoma, California. Little League Baseball last night, right here on 321 Media. Stonington took care of Salem. 11-1 was the final there. And I understand there's a couple more Little League Baseball games coming up Friday and Saturday.
yes, we actually have an announcement to make on that, which I should probably announce.
Yeah,
I probably should at least.
do it.
Why is this not transitioning? Hello, hey everybody, welcome back to me. Friday night, for the first time ever, 321 Media will be covering Westerly National Little League. We are very excited to be doing that. Want to thank Jason and the entire team down at Westerly Little League for inviting us. Dan and Lisa will be there. Dan LaBelle, Dandy Dan LaBelle will be down there, as well as Lisa Ornberg, and maybe an appearance by legendary Hall of Fame broadcaster Ken Collins.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it down there. That's a great complex down there, as Stonington is.
Yeah.
We have two Little League complexes in the area that are great. They really are. They keep them well manicured. It's just great, and it's a great place to watch a game. That's
Great.
Trombino Field.
Trombino Field, yes. So very excited for that.
And then we have another Stonington game on Saturday too, right?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Okay.
And then we also have some Parenti's doing something. We got something up north. Okay, so that was the game 2 days ago got postponed for rain. We have one Friday night. So Friday night we have a double header. We'll have Westerly Little League at 5:45, and then at 7:30 live from Cranston Stadium, we will have Wheelhouse versus the Salty Dogs.
Oh, wow.
In some senior league action, and that will be our first senior league game where we cover the 50s, the 50-year-olds. So
50 years?
yeah, so it'll be nice. We'll have on Friday night we'll have an 11U and 60U.
Oh.
Wow.
Mm.
I actually don't know if it's 60U. It's 50 plus. I don't know if it's 60. You.
Do they play 9-inning games too? I mean,
They do. They do play 9-inning games. They do. Yep.
all
So
right, and don't forget, coming up July 2nd at Hilltop, 4 to 8 fundraiser for Run to Home Base. Gary will be doing that. We'll be trying to get some money for him that
Awesome.
night at Hilltop.
awesome.
That,
What about Saturday, where we are Saturday?
oh, that's great. Where are we going to be then?
The Squamish Beach?
Revive Coffee. We're going to try it again this week.
Mhm.
Last week it was kind of windy
Yep.
and down in Misquamicut. And when it's windy here, you think it's windy, but go down to Misquamicut, it's much more wind down there than it was last Saturday.
Mhm.
So we're going to try it again. Thank you, Tom. We're going to try it again on Saturday for Sports Open Mic.
And Saturday morning should be beautiful. So
There you go.
let's
And
hope.
that is a look at sports. That part of it.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And now it's time to keep up with the cup with Liverpool's favorite son, Tommy Stafford. Tommy,
Thank you, and good morning, Ben. Group B was closed out their group yesterday with their playoff groups, and it started off with Bosnia against Herzegovina, who played Qatar, and Bosnia-Herzegovina boosted their hopes of reaching the knockout stages of the World Cup the first time ever by defeating Qatar in the final Group B game fixture. They finished on 4 points with Canada and had to settle for a third place due to a head-to-head record with the co-hosts. That meant they missed out on automatic qualification of the last 32, but could still progress as one of the last 8 third-place teams in the tournament. Final score on that one was Bosnia-Herzegovina 3 and Qatar 1. And then we had Switzerland against Canada. And to be honest, they really took it to Canada. Canada kind of woke up in the last 20 minutes of the game, and they seemed to play the game, and they seemed a little bit disinterested or overwhelmed.
That's
Show
why
it,
you got
show.
to be ready to play.
Yeah, you got to focus on the moment, you know. But Switzerland sealed their place for the first knockout round of the World Cup by beating co-host Canada on the top Group B. Goals from Vargas and Manzoubi in the opening 12 minutes of the second half in Vancouver, enough to clinch the top spot to ensure Switzerland are the only third nation alongside Argentina and France to progress to the knockout round for each of the last 4 World Cups. The final score on that was Switzerland 2 and Canada 1. Now I'm going to attempt to explain the standings of this one, because this is as it stands now, and it can change because other teams play, and then the settings are altered completely. If you're in first place, and which Switzerland are, Switzerland will play, as it stands, will play Belgium. They're in Group G, and they're third place in the group. So you got crossover now in the groups. As it stands, also Canada will play South Korea, who are in Group A and are currently second in the lineup. And as it stands, Bosnia-Herzegovina will play the United States, who are in Group D, and they're currently top of their division. So we moved on to later in the day, and we had Morocco against Haiti, and then we had Scotland against Brazil. Rahami and Jassimi scored late goals for Morocco, and that was a surprise, really. Morocco coming up, I don't think they were supposed to do well at all, but you never know. Haiti was the first ever World Cup point in Atlanta. Morocco pegged the Caribbean nation twice, thanks to goals from Hakimi and Shelley. Sound like I need pills for it, doesn't it? Before Rahimi scored with 12 minutes to go, and Bassi scored, secured the victory. It's terrible. You know, I hope they never read these reports that we do, because we just butcher the names, or I butcher the names, you know. Yeah.
I probably did attempt them.
The win was not enough for Morocco to top the Group C, as Brazil comfortably beat Scotland in Miami. Final score on that one was Morocco 2, Haiti 4, and that was a big surprise. Then we come to Scotland against Brazil, and Scotland are the team that drank Boston dry. You must remember that. And the people in Scotland are getting a kick out of what's going on. Yeah, you know, what went on in Boston, and I believe they did the same in Miami too. Scotland hopes of reaching the knockout stages of the World Cup for the first time are in significant peril after a terrible defending allowed Brazil to sweep them aside 3-0 in Miami to finish top of Group C. Steve Clarke's side knew they could be all but conform to historic passage out of the group stages, with a point against the record tournament winners. Before the game, the statisticians said a record of 3 points and minus 3 goal difference could give the team around a 50% chance of claiming, their place in the last 32. Both Scots now face an astonishing wait, so they can't go home. They've got to wait until Sunday to find out whether they qualified, whether their group in the grouping in the third place teams is enough to get them through. So that's an agonizing. That means you'll have to stock up with more beer. And as it stands, that was the final score on that was Scotland 0, Brazil 3. As it stands, Brazil will play Japan from the F2 group. The F group, and Japan are currently number 2 in that group. As it stands, Morocco will play the Netherlands, who are in Group F, and they're occupying the first place. As it stands, Scotland will play Mexico, who were also in Group A, who won their division outright with maximum points. And I thought that was a pretty good showing by Mexico. Next on tap for the day was South Africa against the Korean Republic, as well as Chechnya against Mexico, and the South Korean group who play in Group A. Marcelo's second half goal strike made history for South African. They reached the World Cup knockout phase for the first time following the victory over South Korea in Monterrey. 3 points moved South Africa up to second in the table, behind Mexico, who left South Korea having to cling on to hopes of getting out of the group through third place standings. It was a game which really produced much excitement as South Africa were content with sitting back and waiting to hit their opponents on the counter-attack. I mean, what that means is they packed the defense and they relied on breakaways. And anyway, South Africa won 1, South Korea was 0. And then we come on to Chechnya against Mexico. Mexico scored 3 second-half goals to eliminate the Czech Republic from the World Cup at the group's phase with minimum points. Co-host Mexico have confirmed as the group winners prior to their final game with Mexico, having already beaten South Africa and South Korea. The final score on that was Chechnya 0 and Mexico 3. Now, as it stands in this group, Mexico will play Scotland if Scotland get through in Group C. And Scotland are currently now in third place. South Africa will play Canada on the 28th of June. And we know that's fine. That's set in stone now. And it's Canada who we're now second in Group B. As it stands, South Korea will play Egypt, provided they can get rid of the sand. who are in Group G and occupy first place. So that should be interesting. Games today. No, I got that. Okay. And just to give you an idea of the top 8 third place teams. Now, these are all teams that could qualify to play in the knockout series or the round of 32. Bosnia, who have 4 points, Sweden 3 points, Croatia 3, South Korea 3, Algeria 3, Paraguay 3, Scotland 3, and Cape Verde 3. So it's going to be a close call.
How many of them would get to the 32?
8.
8?
Yeah, 8 third place finishers. They'll take the best record of each one. Yeah.
Okay.
And just some World Cup facts there. Which Asian nation became the first to reach the men's World Cup semi-finals? Any takers?
I don't know.
South Korea in 2002.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the games today are a big game today for the United States. It's on at 10 o'clock tonight. I may even stay up late.
10 o'clock tonight?
Yeah. But they're playing in LA, so that's why it's really,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock out there.
So we got Curacao against I inadvertently typed the French name, so I can't see. The Ivory Coast, that's it. I just translated it in my head. Curacao will play the Ivory Coast in Group E in Philadelphia at 9 o'clock tonight. Ecuador will play Germany in Group E in New York, New Jersey Stadium at 9 o'clock tonight. And Japan will play Sweden, Group F, at 7 o'clock tonight. Tunisia will play Netherlands at 7 o'clock tonight. And the Japan-Sweden game is at Dallas, and the Tunisia game is at Kansas City. Turkey, and I laughed the way they spell Turkey, but that's the way they spell it in Turkey. But they will play in Group D, and they're going to be playing the USA. So I think that's worth staying up for.
By the way, Turkey no longer wishes to be called Turkey. Are you aware of this?
The chickens?
No, I believe it's Turkey now.
Yeah.
They officially put in a request
Mm-hmm.
to the United Nations and to everyone else to change the name of the country, the pronunciation of the country to Turkey.
Okay.
Yes, to avoid the confusion with the dumb bird.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you very much, Ben. And they're going to be playing in Los Angeles at 10 o'clock tonight. Paraguay against Australia. They're playing in San Francisco, and the game will start at 10 p.m. And that's it for the World Cup update.
Getting down there now. Getting there now.
Oh yeah, right down to it. It's good. It's going to become exciting. But the thing about it is also too, they're doubling up on the games now, so to cram everything in and move on to the round of 32. So that's that starts on June 29th.
Next Monday.
Sunday. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right. Well, it is Thursday, which means only one thing. It's time for Business Over Breakfast with the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. Today, our friend Lisa Kanicki is at Stonington Consign to Design in the Stonington Borough, which should be incredible to watch. We are going to go to that in just a moment. We'll be right back with more 321 This Morning.
At Lathrop Insurance, our core values guide everything we do. Because insurance is more than a policy, it is a promise. We care We treat every client like family. We're solutions driven. We find answers, not excuses. We utilize teamwork. We do what we say because integrity matters, always. And we're always growing. We strive to be better today than we were yesterday. These values have shaped 86 years of service to Rhode Island families and businesses.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners. And this weekend, the new iPhone is here and we have them all in stock. Come get the brand new orange iPhone 17 Pro or the brand new razor thin iPhone Air. The best part is trading your old iPhone and get up to $1,100 off, meaning you get the brand new iPhone for free. But this weekend, you can get the brand new iPad and Series 11 Apple Watch for free. It's all happening down here at the Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners. Don't delay, stop in today.
Lisa Kanicki from the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here today with
Trish Watson, the owner of Stonington Consign to Design in Stonington Borough at 132 Water Street.
and you're watching Business Over Breakfast.
Get out of bed, the business is calling, the coffee is ready. Wake up with the best, so wake up with the best. Business over breakfast with the Ocean Community. Business over breakfast with the Ocean Community.
So Trish, the shop is so beautiful. Please show us around a little bit and tell us something about this awesome collection that you have on display.
Well, we are very fortunate. We have great consigners who bring us beautiful things, and we like to just change it up all the time. So people come in and we move things and they say, oh, you've got new stuff. And it's like, no, it just moved from wall A
There's
to
a lot to look at. So
There
I
is a
can
lot
see.
to look at. And our collections come from all over the place, really. It's somebody downsizing, somebody moving into a smaller house or a Stone Ridge type location, new people in the area. A lot of the young people are buying period homes here, so they want to be authentic.
Yeah, they want to
So
have
they're
something
coming
more
in here and
interesting
they're
with
like,
character.
wow, this is really cool stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of one-offs and things that have
Exactly,
a unique
exactly.
feel to it and a story behind it.
That's what we love the most. The story is really, when we do the research on a piece, both my husband and I dig, and we just love to come up with a story. And he's a historian, so he loves to really get into
really
the
appreciates
details.
it. Yeah, but that's great.
Anyway, but it's fun. It really is. And it's interesting. And the people are great. We're just so lucky that we have such a great following. This is our 12th year in business. So we've.
And are you always looking for new consigners?
We do. We're kind of packed right now, so I kind of slow down a little bit until the season really gets
We've got to
into
get
full
people
gear.
to come in so we can get some
Absolutely.
inventory out and
Absolutely.
let
Yeah,
some
it
new
was
consigners come
it was a
in.
very, very slow winter all the way through April. So now we're really trying to make up for that. So we can take more new things. But we have some things in storage that we keep rotating in. So
Great.
that's good too.
Why don't you point out a few
Sure.
things and we'll take a little tour of the store.
This is a very special botanical collection. It's beautifully framed. Some of them, are kind of reproductions, but this is the real classic vintage, probably like late 1800s, and
Gorgeous.
very well cared for. Botanicals are big. They sell. People are garden oriented
Classic
around
and-
here,
yep.
classics, and
Beautiful.
they make a nice thing. We also have we have a lot of original art, so of local artists and other not local. This artist happens to be somebody that works next door. 3 of those are hers, and we have we just try to rotate again to give everybody a fair chance to have their things in here. We just acquired these gorgeous little lamps, which I think are so beautiful.
I was eyeing those.
Oh
Yeah,
my
they're
God, they're
classic.
just,
They're so beautiful.
the colors are so pretty. They're very, the Asian look really sells well here. So we always get a lot of blue and white and a lot of that Chinese or cloisonne or hand-painted lamps. So that's really great. I neglected to mention these two pieces of art. Sometimes we get something and we think, well, is it really a good thing? Is it special or whatever? This was very special. It was an English family, two brothers, who both painted very similar styles, 1855, 1853,
Wow.
and they painted these probably like in the early 1900s. Yeah, so they're not reproductions, they are originals, and they're very well priced, $1,600 for the pair.
Wow.
So a collector that really understands that art. We also have kind of a special collection of Quimper, because the factory owner lives here, and the guy who owned the factory
Long history in
lives here.
Stonington.
Yes, so people, and it's almost funny because people will come in and it will be the children of the people who owned it.
So they grew up with these on
Exactly.
their table and,
they
at
say,
family
"Oh,
gatherings, and it brings back memories.
yeah, my Nana used to give us cereal on those bowls," and so they have an emotional attachment more so than their mother, because it's a skipped generation.
Got
So
it.
that's what's happening. That generation
How
is
neat.
appreciating the value and the creativity that some of these old pieces bring.
Yeah.
And we really try to get the super unusual old ones too, because they really sell the
I mean,
best.
back in the day, this was a destination.
Oh.
Simply for that pottery studio.
It-
People came from everywhere, and that collection was really special, and it was a draw card for
Exactly.
the town of Stonington.
These are kind of interesting here.
I was looking at these
Yeah.
earlier, and the story behind these is really
These
super cool.
are, this is very Victorian. King George fell in love with a woman who was a widow, Catholic, and a commoner. And so she had 3 strikes and could not marry him by law. So they went and had their eyes painted, and they had like either a pin or a necklace with just a little thing of their eye that was a symbol of their love. And that was their secret marriage. So the gal who does these works with us here in the shop, she painted all these eyes. So she's got a series of 8 to 10 different eyes that she's done. And we always give the people the little slip that talks about the history.
Very
So
cool.
she turned these into coasters. She's also done little originals of eyes. There's some in the window. So people walk in and they immediately gravitate to those coasters.
Yeah, they definitely are intriguing. I'm really excited about this area over here, and then of course your America 250 hallway.
Oh, right,
is,
right. We'll go
catching
now.
my eye, so we'll get to that at some point.
Yeah, this area is this is interesting. The space is small, so it's hard when we take something big. But this table has 2 extension leaves that are this big. So without the leaves, the table's a normal size for a dining room. So I have a client who's interested in a big dining table. So I put the leaves in and restaged it to show them how many people they could see
Got it.
at a dinner party, which is, they're going to come in and take a look at it today. More
It's
art.
beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
So a couple questions. If
Sure.
somebody buys a piece of art or a piece of furniture, do you handle the shipping for them?
Most
or
people
they're
take
on
it
their
with
own?
them. Most people take it with them. Very seldom. I just shipped a whole set of dishes to California, which is very unusual that somebody would
Okay.
do that. But they were unusual dishes, so she wanted them.
Yep.
But we do handle the shipping if somebody has a need. Most people, if they're visiting, it's kind of like art is about as big as something they can buy that they can put in a carry-on.
Sure.
Over here, this is another interesting. There were these 2 artists, Mackenzie and Childs, and they were noted for their hand-painted, pastel-y kind of color things. It was a married couple. They were from upstate New York. They had a big barn that they used to have these big sales, and everybody was into it back in the late 70s, 80s. But the interesting thing is these pieces that I have here were before they really incorporated into their company. It was their own studio where they made these things. And this woman who owned these was lucky enough to get the collection.
Wow, the advanced
So,
collection.
Egg
really.
cups that
Wow.
somebody thought they were candle holders. I said, well, you'd have to have a candle with a round bottom. So this beautiful cabinet, by the way, is just a wonderful thing to explain. This is another 1800s piece, and the quality of the workmanship is just gorgeous.
I love the corner pieces. They don't take
Yes.
up as much room.
No, they're-
and they really enhance the space.
Absolutely. This is, I think, a fairly local artist, New England artist, and I got the biggest kick out of researching her because she said, the way I describe my art is it's the art of chaos, which I thought was pretty clever.
I know some people that would describe their life that way. But that's cool.
And we have, more Compare and more in the cabinet there that really is.
Great accessories.
Accessories.
home decor, something.
I feel like
Pieces of
we could be the
interest.
best gift shop for a wedding gift with the stuff that we
Yeah,
have.
because it's really unusual.
Unusual. Even on this table, Simon Pierce, Tiffany, Baccarat, we really get some beautiful pieces.
The
And,
Simon Pierce pieces they just hold their value.
They
People
do.
love them.
They do.
Folks who collect them
They're gorgeous.
go crazy. I've got a
Yeah,
friend
that's
in
a
the
bowl
chamber
over
world
there too.
that collects them.
And this is an interesting. This is a view from Wall Street, looking down Wall Street, which is the next block over. And this piece, this woman moved from Philadelphia, and her friend came up to visit, and she was an artist, and she was out walking around, and she just captured this shot, and went and painted the screen and gave it to her friend as a housewarming
Wow.
gift.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
gorgeous.
no, it's beautiful. So if you want to take
Yeah.
a touch of the borough home with you,
Yep.
this is a great
Yeah,
piece
it's-
as a room divider or just a backdrop to.
And one of
Add some
the merchants here came in and said, "Oh my God, that was my cottage. I lived in that
Oh,
house."
how
So,
neat.
so there's a local. It's a lot of times if we have some local artists, people know they just see it and they go, "Oh my gosh, that's a Juan O'Callahan. I want that
They
piece."
recognize
Yeah,
it right away.
They do.
Let's take a walk
Down
down.
the-
I'm gonna let
this
you
is the
lead.
mirror.
It's narrow, so I'm going to stay behind.
This is a little tight. It's the
I
Hall
love
of
it, though.
Mirrors and Art. It's kind of like we try to
Tucked right in.
tuck everything in. We have two of these Federal mirrors. This is the 250 anniversary wall. This one is an antique. It's Regency period. It's carved, very beautifully made and well preserved.
Get a close up of that eagle. He
Yeah,
is
look at that eagle.
gorgeous.
Is really something. So, and then we have this one, which when people look at it, they say, well, why is that one so much more expensive than this one? This is a reproduction. But it's really a gorgeous reproduction. I mean, they've captured the leaves, a beautiful eagle. So it's definitely a piece that would fit.
And priced to sell, I might add.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And then we had some period pieces of Stonington so we could kind of bring the local flavor. And anything to do with sailboats or nautical, we do very well with. I mean, there's a whole list of people that we have that want, I call when we get some new marine art, marine art in. So this is kind of interesting because this is an actual piece of the sail
Oh,
from
very unusual.
right from America. So just you never know that just to say we have something for everybody. We have a great piece of pop art here.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. For the plumber in your life.
Exactly.
I can think of a couple. Oh my gosh, that is funny.
It's an original.
It's whimsical.
It's whimsical. Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely something for everybody.
Now, you have so much inventory and it changes, obviously, because you're dealing with so many different consigners. Do you have a website for those who are watching? And if so, how up to date is it? Because
We
it must
do-
be impossible to keep up with.
It's very hard. We don't have a website for that reason. By the time you get it on there and it sells, then you have to go through the whole process. Facebook and Instagram allow us to do it ourselves quickly. If it's because people say, well, you shouldn't advertise it if you don't have it. Well, I need a coder to go in and change the website.
Constantly,
I don't.
right.
So that's how we usually do it.
Makes
And we're in the process now. We're working with a gal who's helping us with our social media because we just finally admitted the fact we can't do it ourselves because we just have too much
Your
to just be in
husband
the
and
shop.
wife team here doing
Absolutely.
quite a lot. So if
Absolutely.
you don't presently follow Stonington Consign to Design on Facebook, this is your friendly reminder to do that so that you get their video content or some of their postings come up in your feed That way you can see what they have. And let's continue going.
Thank
this
you, Lisa.
direction.
Yeah, over here, so I mentioned that the artist who has this wall, basically this is kind of her little mini gallery. But what I love is that she's got such incredible range. When you look at the pieces that she's done, I never even knew what a narwhal whale was. They are so popular here, they fly off the wall. They're really good. But then you look at the detail of something that she's done, this Russian egg, she loves the close-up of animal eyes, and then there's the still life. So there's something for everybody.
Yeah,
You
her
know,
range is
the little dog
wild.
dressed up with his bow tie and
Cute.
ascot and whatever. So it's really kind of fun to have. This wall changes on a pretty regular basis. So, and Joanne has a following, so she really has a lot of people that come in specifically.
That's a wonderful collaboration. People that want to follow her, gives them another reason to come here, and you're supporting local art, which is fantastic.
And you know, now we're looking at the back of the windows, but the windows are the best sales tool that we have. So we try to change the windows frequently and make them creative. Right now, I still have the garden club picket fences in there with the gloves on,
For the
which is
theme,
for the
tie-in.
theme. But so then this week we'll take everything out of the window, redo it, and have it really spruced up. Because
Fantastic.
it's starting to get busy, finally.
The borough's a beautiful place to walk around and explore. There's so many great restaurants and shops here. And I think some of the stores are keeping more consistent hours
Yes.
than in the past, which is always great for visitors.
It is. It is. It's always tough because Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays are very quiet. So it's hard to have people, stay open when there's no traffic. But summertime, it's pretty much everybody goes to a much bigger schedule. We'll be 6 to 7 days a week, starting at the 4th. So we'll be
And
here.
there's a lot of great events coming up here in beautiful Stonington Borough. So it's a double header, a great excuse to come. There's, of course, the iconic July 4th parade,
Right.
which is like a Norman Rockwell moment. If you've never been, you have to come. It's really special.
There's something every month, big, every month for the rest of the year. So I tallied up the number of people that could potentially be here. And last weekend there were over 2,000
Oh, yeah.
with just the garden club. But
I was one of them, and it was fabulous.
Yeah.
The art show, the art walk that the Stonington Merchants Association puts on, that will be on August 12th.
September 12th.
September 12th.
September 12th, yes.
Sorry about that. What's the August event? The Como has its Como
They
Fair.
do. They have their Como Fair.
Which is a great one. And there's all kinds of reasons to come here. And if people want to learn more about the Merchants Association and the borough in general, where would you recommend that they look?
Well, StoningtonBoroughCT.com will give you all the information for lodging, restaurants, what's going on, activities, and that's really kind of the mecca to get that information. And we populate that with information from the chambers, from the tourist organizations, so that people, when they get here, they can just say what to do and click on it and get all this information. So
Sure, so that's hyper local to the borough itself. You'll see the Inn at Stonington and other businesses. And then if for some reason you're looking for something a little more regional, of course, you can go to oceanchamber.org and find that. And we love being a part of the Stonington Village and, of course, our lobster trap tree that brings people here. There's a lot of excuses to come and explore the shops. And we're also going to be introducing our Denizens of the Deep art exhibit, which will be on display from August 1st until September 13th.
13th, that's going to be great.
And that is going to be a wonderful show, marine themed, with whales, mermaids, lobsters. And in conjunction with that, we're going to have painted oars in the stores. So this business and several others of our chamber members will have artwork created by the same artists to give you folks at home a reason to do like a scavenger hunt, to come and go in all the shops, and there's going to be some great prizes to make it worth your while.
So as we said, lots to do this summer. So and I think staycations are really going to be big this year, especially with the gas prices. I think more
Well
people, when you look at Stonington and to see how you can get there from Boston, Providence, Fairfield County. You know, the regionality is just amazing. So we're hoping that people will take advantage of the summer to get in the car and drive 90 miles or so.
They will. They absolutely will. And make sure you put this on your list of to-dos. This is a treasure in terms of a business in the borough. A lot of interesting, unique, one-of-a-kind items that have a story, as we say, and they're going to remind you or the person that you gift it to of just a special time in your life that only that piece can bring back. And there's nothing, you can't get that at IKEA. You can't get that at a mall. You get it at a place like Stonington Consigned to
Great,
Design.
that's a great way to describe it too, because that's how we feel. When people ask if we're going to restock something, it's like, well, we don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
we could get something
That's
that
what
looks
makes it
like that
interesting.
doesn't have a SKU.
Right.
So, but,
What haven't I asked you today that you'd like to mention?
you just asked how. Well, I think we were talking about how we got into the business.
Yeah, originally.
Originally, so 12 years ago, I was working on a book that had nothing to do with furniture or interior design. It was for women, by women, about women, as they danced through the decades. So it was this really cool concept. I had my business partner, when I opened the business, was my partner. She decided that writing a book was more fun than, or not as much fun as opening a shop. So we ended up opening a shop as a pop-up. We put the book on hold, and then that was 12 years ago. And here we are.
Haven't looked back. Fantastic.
No, it was, you know, and in this environment, it's really pretty amazing. It's a tough business. It's 100% consignment. We don't buy things, so we are all consignment. And we share the profit with the customer that brings it in, the consigner. So when we try to price everything very fairly, so much that people feel that they're getting a value a little less expensive than some other places, but that's a model that we've kind of decided to stick to, and it's been working. So
if someone at home has some really unique items or things that they think might be a good fit for your store, do they call you and make an appointment to come in to show those to
I
you?
ask people to send me pictures of the
Photos.
items that they have, and they can send them to my text, which is 203-921-6377, or Watson Trish, Trish, at gmail.com. They send
Perfect.
pictures, gives me a little advantage of doing some preliminary research, looking what the market is for those items, and come up with a fair pricing estimate, and then they can decide whether they want to do it. And that's worked pretty well, because it's just too hard to have somebody just bring in and show something, especially if we have customers in here, and so it makes it a little smoother process.
Makes sense. Great. Well, unless there's anything else,
No.
we just want to thank you for your
Thank
time today
you
on
so much.
Business
I'm
Over
excited.
Breakfast, and thank the folks at home for taking the time to watch this. We ask that you share this with your friends so that we can get greater exposure for this amazing retail store. And come down to Stonington Borough and visit Trish and her husband Brandon at Stonington Consigned to Design. It's a different experience every time you walk through the doors.
132 Water Street.
Have a great day. We'll see you next time on Business Over Breakfast.
Oh, let's go down to Toscanos. Men shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's men's shop since 1911.
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop in to Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.
The largest reason we opened up Seaside Pharmacy was to help our community better than the big box stores. We get to know you better, fast and friendly service. So we'd love to have you come in and check out Seaside Pharmacy and see what we have to offer.
At the Ocean Community YMCA, community means showing up across 4 branches and 2 summer camps, all rooted in one shared mission. Every day we bring people together to grow stronger in spirit, mind, and body. From fitness floors to youth programs, from lifelong friendships to unforgettable summer memories. No matter your age or stage of life, there's a place for you here to belong, to thrive, and to be supported. This is the place where everyone belongs. This is the Ocean Community YMCA.
I'm Josh Sherman, owner of Breachway Building Company. We specialize in kitchens, bathrooms, interior renovations of all kinds. Please feel free to give me a call to help you out with your next project. Breachway Building Company. We are building your dreams one wall at a time.
Lickety splits where the summer sticks on our fingers, on our lips.
2 scoops high and a waffle twist.
We're living it up at Lickety Splits. Lickety Splits, take your flavor pick. Rainbow swirl or classic mix.
Big wide smiles and a sugar blitz.
Yeah, everyday sweet at Lickety Splits. Hey!
Hi, I'm Chris Kozłowski, owner of Broadview Florist and Garden Center in Duns Corners. For over 40 years, our family-owned business has been your go-to destination for beautiful, custom-made floral arrangements. Whether it's a special event or just to brighten up your day, we create highest quality designs tailored just for you. Trust Broadview Florists to make every moment unforgettable. Visit us today or give us a call at 401-322-0390.
Wood River Health provides medical, dental, and behavioral health care to over 10,000 people a year, even when they can't afford to pay for the care they need. The cost of providing healthcare services has increased, and the grant funding we receive doesn't fully cover the cost of patient care. We, like other community health centers across the country, count on community support to keep our doors open. With your help, we can keep serving as a safety net for your neighbors. Will you help us invest in our mission?
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
If you want a sweet treat or a bite to eat, if you're shopping for the week or a great piece of meat, there's only one place to go. Meet me at Dunn's Corners Market. Meet me at Dunn's Corners Market. If you're here for the weekend or you're here for a lifetime, meet me at Dunn's Corners Market.
321 is about so much more than sports. We're about community, family, small businesses, nonprofits, and sharing stories that deserve to be heard. 321, what's your story?
All right, hello everybody, and welcome back. This is one of the longer morning shows that we've done in a while. Why not keep it all going throughout, right? We had Ken Collins Sports Report, followed by Keeping It Up with the Cup with Tommy Stafford. Then we just had Business Over Breakfast with the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce, Lisa Knickie over at Stonington Consign to Design. And now, in just a moment, I will be joined by the incomparable duo of Alex Nunes and Nancy Burns-Fusaro. It is 69 degrees right now in Westerly, high of 78 today. Very low chance of precipitation. It's going to be beautiful out. Go to the beach, go out, go support some local businesses. It's a Thursday, so it's pretty slow still down by the beach when it's not the weekend. So great time to go down to Mesquamaket, go down to Watch Hill, go to downtown Westerly. Downtown Westerly in the summer is a fantastic place to go, especially during the middle of the week. And check out some of those things. Also, you can go into Stonington, into the borough. Like, there's a million different things that you can do, but it's beautiful out today. And we want to thank Coastline Window Treatments for being our weather sponsor for today. All right. All of that being said, it is time to talk news with the dynamic duo, the illustrious Alex Nunes and Nancy Burns Pizarro.
Thanks for using that script I gave you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, thanks for writing it. I love that you guys sat on this. I made your lower third this morning before you ever came in, and we didn't talk about it, but thank you for sitting on the appropriate sides.
Oh,
So
you're welcome.
Yeah, no, this is something you did on your own. I appreciate that. All right, it's time to talk South County Star. What's going on in the world of everything right now?
Oh, the world of everything.
Yeah, what do you guys got
right.
for us?
Start with the short list.
Sure.
Posted that this morning.
Sure. Lots happening, although it's kind of funny. There's a little bit of a lull before the 4th. There's still lots going on, but I think things are going to, pardon the pun, or it's not really a pun, but the the explosion of the fireworks. Once the 4th comes, then we'll be in full swing. But Flock Theater is opening tonight with Shakespeare in the Park. And it's 12th Night, that beloved comedy that is has the famous shipwreck. People may remember years ago when Colonial did it over near the pond, and they had that extraordinary ship. So Flock is doing it this evening, opening, and it's being directed by Victor Cherburis, and Brian Olson, who's a pretty well-known local guy, is in the production. So that's tonight. Yep.
I will just say, for Westerly fans that are familiar, this is not the same thing as the Chorus of Westerly 12th Night that you would see in the winter
very
time.
Smart. Okay, because there could be confusion.
There
right?
could be
This is the
confusion. This is Shakespeare
production
that shares the same name as the production that the Chorus of Westerly has or perennially did for 40 years, but this is the Shakespeare play. It is not going to be the same.
Do you know, that's so funny you should say that, Ben. Come to think of it, someone said to me, I hear Flock Theater is going to do the 12th Night like the Chorus once did. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. Why would they be doing that? But I think what they meant was they're doing
the Shakespeare's. They're doing Shakespeare's 12th Night, not Harvey Blanchett's 12th Night.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Which is a whole different story. So this is Flock Theater, not Colonial. That's the other little glitch.
Yes.
I'll get to that later. Colonial has some fun things coming later in the summer, but Flock Theater is doing Shakespeare this summer. There's also this very intriguing group that's coming to the United, and it's called Pet Sounds Live.
Love it.
Yeah, and it's the Beach Boys tribute band. And it made me think of the night I heard Rick Coster talk about his new book. We all know and love Rick. He said, one of the people in the audience for the debut of his new book, they asked him, what was the best band you ever heard play, or the best interview, or what was the highlights of your career? And he said, one of the best performances he ever saw was Brian Wilson live. He said it actually brought tears to my eyes. And I didn't know that. So this is interesting to me that there is such this great love for Brian Wilson. And evidently this is his main, Pet Sounds is one of his main things. So for Beach Boys fans, wouldn't it be nice? Don't worry, baby. This is going to be a show, and it's at the United tomorrow night, Friday night, 7:30 p.m.
I love that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, fun fact ish about me that no one knows because why would they? I think only 3 people in the world would know this. When I was in first grade,
At
I
what
was
school, Ben?
Richmond Elementary
Okay.
School. Thanks for asking. When I was in first grade, I was such a huge Beach Boys fan that my friends and I, 2 of my friends, we thought about starting our own band called, when I was cleaning out my parents' house after they passed away a few years ago, I was cleaning out the basement and I found my old guitar from when I was a little kid. And on the back of it was written, "The New Beach Boys." So 6-year-old Ben wrote on his toy guitar. It was a toy guitar. I do not play guitar. I have never played guitar. Wrote "The New Beach Boys" on it, and it was me and Mark and Neil, and I think it was just one of those things that 6-year-olds say that they're doing, and I'm pretty sure it was because the Beach Boys were featured on Full House, because John Stamos famously played with them for many, many years. But yeah, I was
Aw.
obsessed with the Beach Boys when I was 6 years old. So
Oh, how cute.
I'll be at the United tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
for
How
sure,
cute
of
is
course.
that? I love that story. And as a sort of, I guess, adjacent story, when we were kids, and I think I've mentioned I have 4 sisters, and we had a cousin who lived in the exotic state of California. Oh, we thought this was really wild. Then we heard he played the guitar, and then we heard he liked the Beach Boys, and he came to visit, and we were convinced because we were kids that he was a member of the Beach Boys. So we were wildly crazed about the Beach Boys as kids too. So
no, that's awesome.
Yeah. So let's see. Also, I heard from lovely Heather over there at the Greater North End Community Development Commission, and Brianna, excuse me, who's at the Johnny Cake, and they're having a sort of joint event tomorrow morning called Westerly Walks. It's an event for children and the family, just to learn about bike safety and walking safety. And everyone's invited. There are going to be snacks and giveaways. So head on over to the Pleasant Street Baptist Church tomorrow, Friday, June 26th, between 10 and 11.
That's fantastic. I
Right?
need some tips on walking safety myself. It's dangerous out there.
Yes.
It's dangerous out there.
You know, I'm so glad you said that because I come up against this almost every day. I usually take a walk down by the Breachway.
Yeah.
And often, more now, not so much in the winter, I encounter people coming the other way. And I often think, okay, in the old days, you kept to the right when you were walking.
Yeah.
But anything goes, it seems, these days. And then there are the bicycles, which I don't believe are allowed on sidewalks. So I think you're right. We can all use a refresher course in.
Oh, and bicycles, I was always taught, went with traffic. And then yesterday, or not yesterday, a week ago, I'm driving down Route 1 and there's a bicycle coming at me. And I'm like, what's happening here?
Yes.
It was very, all rules go. I live downtown, not far from our studios here. And in the winter, I don't like to walk to work because of the ice. And then in the summer, where we are down by the park at the office, there's a corner right here on the side that like trucks and stuff just go flying by. The amount of times last summer, that I almost got hit twice. Like there was one point where a pickup truck and an 18-wheeler crisscrossed me while I was in the middle of the road.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm not going to walk to work,
Oh.
even though it's very close.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Yeah.
And it can be scary. So like learning, and I should use the crosswalk, but there's no crosswalk anywhere near where I am. And why
Oh.
do that? But then that's jaywalking, and then
Uh-huh.
I'll be in the police logs, and or worse, Jay Leno will interview me. Anyway, what what else?
Pretty newsy week, actually. Earlier this week, the Westerly Town Council voted to offer up the Potter Hill Mill Dam to Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management. So I think a lot of people know about this controversy over the years. People wanting to take the dam down, others wanting to keep it, hoping to maintain the water levels on the river and the Pawcatuck River. So, but I think the majority of councilors, they want to kind of wash the town's hands of this dam, but they still want to hold on to the Potter Hill Mill property, potentially convert it into some type of recreational or fishing space down the road.
Okay.
The town acquired both the dam and the mill property a few years back, I think 2022. So that one's probably got some people's attention because I've been a closely followed issue over the years. The other one that's interesting, in Charlestown, there's a plan. They've needed to find a way to, they have aging elementary schools, so they got to find options going forward. They've moved on from ideas about renovating the various schools in the regional district, and have now moved to a plan to just build a unified elementary school campus in Charlestown. It would be two separate buildings. I think it was K through 1 and 2 through 5.
Okay.
But in order to do that, they'd have to tear down the Charlestown Elementary School to build these two buildings on that campus. And in Charlestown, under their charter, if you dispose of property that's $50,000 or more, you have to get voter approval. So they'll be doing that August 4th, taking a vote on whether people want to get rid of the building to build a new school for the whole district.
Wow.
And then we had a couple of, this is the week where people start announcing, or actually not start, they have to completely make their announcements for running for election for 2026. So we've had Rep. Azanero is running again. So is Brian Patrick Kennedy, and a number of different Democratic and Republican candidates at the local level.
And of course, you had Cynthia Drummond last week.
Oh yeah, and Cynthia Drummond, our former colleague, journalist, is now retired journalist, is now running for town council in Charlestown.
That is a lot of information, and then of course we also I'm sure even more election news will be coming out because this is the time when people are
I feel like the deadline might be today, is it?
The deadline was end of day yesterday.
Oh, it was, yeah,
So
okay.
we'll know for
Yeah.
sure.
Thank God I missed it and can't run for anything. That's all I have
What
to
would
say.
you run for if you could?
My life.
Yeah.
I would run for my life away from politics. That's my goal. But I'm glad that the South County Star is around so that I can keep up on what's going on in our
Oh,
community.
Thank you, Ben.
Um,
and thank you for having us again, by the way.
Of course. We've got a ton of. I'm just looking at it. Let's see here. Oh, Nancy. Author Luann Rice to launch a new novel at the
Yes.
Ocean House.
Yep.
What's going on there?
Well, Luann, as you may or may not know, is a prolific Connecticut author who has written, this is her 39th novel. And she is not only a wonderful writer, she's a wonderful, wonderful person and a dear friend. And this book takes place at the Ocean House mostly. I mean, it begins with a big wedding under a big white tent. Sound familiar? People were talking about big weddings at the Ocean House last weekend for certain. and big white tents when the whole world
just assumed.
Yes, right, that it was a certain who. Anyway, so the story Until Midnight opens at Ocean House with a big white tent ready for a beautiful July wedding. And then something sinister occurs. And it's a wonderful one of those page turners. And you'll love it. It's a great summer beach read. And as I said, I'm a huge fan. And Luann is a wonderful person. She spends a lot of time writing in the off season at the Ocean House and has become very close with many of the staff members, and she considers them family, and it's a lovely thing to see. And it's fun to be there, always fun to be on the veranda at the Ocean House and see the goings on.
Are there ever characters in her books that are recognizable?
Oh, yes.
Especially Watch Hill people?
Yes, in fact, last book, the one before this, she mentioned she had a character like my husband, like Sam.
Oh.
So, I mean, yes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she does. She likes to do that. I think, isn't that like sort of like Taylor Swift's Easter eggs, or is it similar sort of
Sure. Yeah.
little things people can
Listen,
make?
anything that we can compare to Taylor is good for clicks.
I did see some hints. I said this yesterday. Definitely there were some signs of activity last weekend when she was said to be having her bachelorette party.
A couple Grammys left on the beach.
Yeah. There was a very menacing bodyguard who was usually not there. I mean, I know there are always people there, but there was a extra presence, shall I say. And extra flowers. That was the other sign people kept saying. Those flowers are normally not there. So
I have a story I'll tell you off air. I have a story. I was in Watch Hill a couple days ago, and I mean, I don't think they're getting married here, but obviously it's summer and she owns that house. Why would she not be here? But it's highly here's the thing. It's profitable to speculate if you're you know what I mean? Like if we wanted to just run the gossip columns and
well, every
try to-
single media outlet, the New York Times has a huge story today.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wild, a number of media outlets who were here last weekend.
Yes.
And quoted people left and right and interviewed and staked that TMZ was staked in Watch Hill. I mean, it's wild.
I may or may not have gone down to fix a camera at Watch Hill Chapel and may or may not have been questioned why I was sitting outside on is that Bluff Avenue?
Yeah.
On Bluff Avenue with a computer looking like I was hacking into a router system, which I was, but I was supposed to be.
That is too
It was an
funny.
uncomfortable conversation, and I didn't really know how to explain what I was doing there. Other than it was fine. It was fine.
Oh
but
my
Do you
goodness.
think local people like the Taylor Swift news, or kind of worried about hearing it?
I think that it is very divided,
Yeah.
which makes sense. I think that some people that are fans, I think that people that are even fans don't like hearing about it all the time, and you also have the people that are Westerly's an interesting community because of the wealth gap, right? Like between the between the coastal community and the North End downtown Bradford, like the rest of us, right? And so I think that some people love it, some people hate it, some people are annoyed by it, some people are Lisa Kanicki was in here yesterday, and she mentioned that like one of the top 5 questions that people ask when they come into the visitor center is, "Can you tell me everything about Taylor Swift?"
Yeah.
That's got to be annoying sometimes, I'm sure. Like, it is when I meet people from other parts of the country, they will generally ask about Taylor Swift within the first 3 minutes of talking to them.
Or say, I have to ask.
I have to ask, yeah. and I'm like, no, I've never. No, it's not a. She literally comes in, goes to her house, and like many years ago,
she was much more
but,
public.
But it's also a completely different stratosphere of celebrity now
Yeah.
than even like
Right.
when she was going to Pizza Place and
Right.
going to Mel's Downtown
Amanda's
Creamery.
And
And,
Mel's.
yeah,
That's right. She went to Mel's with Ed Sheeran.
yeah,
And old Amanda's Pantry.
yeah,
And used to go to the Ocean House quite a bit, and Olympia,
yeah, and
Ella's.
and it was a time period where she was an incredibly famous person, but now
It's a whole other level.
like one of the most famous people at,
On the planet.
in the English speaking world at least.
Yeah.
And you can't like. So I think that the community is divided as anything. Like, it's people that don't like her music, people that like her music,
Yeah.
people that don't like billionaires, people that, people that don't like her politics, people that just don't want to hear anybody talk about anything, like people that don't like the NFL, people that are sick of that,
Yeah.
people that love the NFL and are sick of hearing about her. Like, it's a like, okay, like she has a house here in the summer and should come enjoy it when she wants to. Like, that's not a bad thing.
And it's easy to be cynical, and people can get easily cynical, as we know, especially about fame and people who are celebrities. But I'm always brought down to earth and reminded how sweet it is when there are young girls who are real fans, and the Swifties. I mean, it's just touching to me.
Oh yeah,
It's touching when people are, and she's an honest person too, who's honest in her music.
Yeah.
And I think that resonates with young girls, and she's a decent role model.
But as far as like, will the wedding happen in Westerly?
No.
I mean, that's
it's not going to, because we would know that already, because there would be such an obvious presence. But also today's Times article, which again, here's the old staid gray lady writing about Taylor Swift, but has very credible sources with the Madison Square Garden. And now the talk is will be two separate events, one an intimate, smaller wedding, and then one with lots of activity and guests and music. And that's well sourced in today's time. So there you have it.
And
because permits had to be pulled for the
sure,
around the Madison Square Garden. And
yeah. And I don't know. I mean, and if they did have a small intimate ceremony at her house, great. That's not we don't need to, like, there's just there's a certain level of celebrity where it gets to be like, maybe we just let these people live a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we don't need to know everything about their life all the time. And like, if they want to do a gigantic public wedding at Madison Square Garden because they are like, America's royal couple at this point, cool, great. That's what they've chosen to do. And if they want to go to an island somewhere and be by themselves with their 10 closest family members and whatever, great. Like, who cares? They're just two people.
Well, a lot of people care because it consumes a lot of time, and people
It does,
talk
yeah.
about it. What I found interesting, I learned a new little tidbit in my studies, that the dad, evidently Travis Kelce's dad, has a new girlfriend.
Ooh.
Yes. No, I didn't know this. And and the question was, is he going to bring her along? Will this be the debut of the new girlfriend? Oh, my word. Anyway, it is celebrity and fame becomes at least it's unifying in a way, right? I mean,
Sure,
do
yeah.
we want to talk about it? Or not everybody. I don't think Alex finds it that interesting.
Alex is
I
like,
think
Alex
Alex
is
is
like,
like,
there's
what is
actually a
this
town
talk-
council proposal
Yeah.
that is very interesting.
All right, well, enough of this talk. Well, let's get down to the real work.
Hold on. I would just like to say that before we started, while we were still in a commercial break, Alex said, "Oh my God, we're even dressing the same now, right? With the blue and white pinstripes here." And Nancy said, "We're different enough. People will understand." And I think that is very true, very apparent.
We make quite the team.
So, anyway, what are your thoughts on Taylor Swift?
I have too strong. I mean, I kind of agree with you. Like, people have autonomy and freedom to live their lives how they want, and go for it.
Yeah, you can be a fan of her music or not a fan of her music, or you can be a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs or not. Like it doesn't. Who cares? A lot of people. A lot of people care. Is the answer?
And about fame.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of interesting.
It is. Agree.
Yeah.
Why people are fascinated with famous people. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Aspirational, but I don't know, because it's it's sometimes we like to cheer for people on the way up, and then as soon as they're up there, we like to find things that are wrong with them, and then find ways to tear them down, and then if the thing that we tore them down for isn't that bad, we like to build them back up. It's just sometimes I think that fame and celebrity are when it comes to that sort of thing is like the general public, that the people that obsess about it, like, make them a play toy for themselves, right? Like it's a nice way to not a nice way, but it's a safe way to dehumanize people, so that you can have your own thoughts and opinions, and you don't have to think of them as real people. So like very few people, I think, actually consider this person's thoughts, feelings, all of, like, oh, she's a little girl who like intentionally has terrible relationships so that she can write songs about the boys, and that's, you wouldn't say that to your sister that just got her heart broken. You wouldn't say that to, but it's a safe way in this world of in this world of like trying to not offend people. We can still yell at famous people.
Saying, like it's a
you know what I
safe
mean?
outlet to
Like it's a
offend.
safe outlet to hate.
Yeah.
It's a
But
safe
it's
outlet to
also-
hate people.
It's also a safe outlet, and I go back again to the girls who,
Yeah.
to look up to someone. And
Yes.
I think there's such benefit in that, because God knows we need role models and we need people to look up to. But it is the fame celebrity thing is very, very interesting, and what catapults someone to fame to begin with, and is it a good thing? I know I've said this before, and Alex is probably tired of hearing me say it, but I'm very taken with Pope Leo these days, who's saying such important sending important messages. And one of them is to be careful with what we say, with our words, and with what we write. And I think if we are, and we're truthful, authenticity is another of his messages. If we're authentic and real, then that's what counts. And it's interesting because you mentioned Luann Rice, one of the wonderful things that came up in our interview was her love of the children's book, The Velveteen Rabbit.
Yeah.
And what is real. Remember that famous quote? And that speaks to authenticity as well, and what does matter in life. And it's being real with one another and loving one another unconditionally. And I think when that resonates, that's what happens. That's what is good fame and good celebrity. And that Taylor sends that out to young girls, her sense of authenticity. So it's a good thing.
Yeah,
it can be.
It can be a good thing. It can be a great thing. It can be a terrible thing for some people. It can but it is endlessly fascinating.
Yeah. So who would you say are some of the famous people in our little neck of the woods here? Who would be the famous people that we could identify around here?
Around like
South County or-
local
Yeah.
celebrities.
Yeah.
People would say for you to hate.
Safely. Who can we safely?
I think Nancy, I think you're a local celebrity. I do. I think that you're a local celebrity. I think that people know you and have identified with you for a long number of years. I won't say how many. And I think that and that is in those ways, right? Too. You have people who will go like, I love Nancy Birchstar. I love everything that she does. She's so nice. She's so positive. She's so everything. You know what I mean? And then you'll have a couple people here and there that go like, she loves everything. Why does she love everything? Nobody loves everything. You know what I mean? Like, everything that she saw was the greatest thing ever. Everything. And it's like on either side, it's like, hey, she's a person. She's a person who's just trying to do her best every day.
And she does love everything.
And she does love everything. And what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Like, that's not inauthentic if you,
or as we used to say when we were kids, you've got to accentuate the positive.
Well, we taped something at PRI yesterday.
Yeah.
And Nancy was talking like, oh, get my hair done before I go. And I was like, well, the hat is iconic. You recognize the hat. It's part of the brand.
It is part of the brand. Yeah, the hat is part of the brand. Oh man. Speaking of WPRI, when I was a kid, Tony Petrarca came to my elementary school, and I was like, I want to be
a weatherman.
A weatherman.
Oh, we met yesterday.
I think so, with the fancy suit.
Yeah.
Kind of short.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Tony Petrarca.
Yep.
He's a real nice guy.
Super nice guy.
What a
super
sweet
nice guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I met him a couple years ago again at the Washington County Fair, and I was like, I had my camera and stuff because I was doing the marketing. I was doing the media for the fair, and he was walking by, and I was like, Tony Petrarca, hey, and he was like startled, and I was like, no, I'm so sorry. And then I like put the camera away, and I was like, I don't want to interview you. I don't want to do anything. I just want to say thank you. Like, you came to my school when I was in 4th grade, and you like, my grandmother religiously watched Channel 12 every single day, and so like, you were the guy. And in like 93 through 96, there was like a more active hurricane season or something. Well, I don't know, at some point, and I was just like, he became like one of my heroes. And during that time, I just wanted to tell him that and say thank you, and like, et cetera. And I was like, this doesn't need to be a moment for the Facebook page and the marketing and all of this stuff. Like, I just want to say thank you, and whatever. And that was very nice.
That's interesting, because I'm thinking now that you're saying that
Yeah.
oftentimes television personalities become famous, like folks who do the weather and do the news.
Yeah.
Right. And they're
Yeah.
people like, oh, that's so and so.
Yeah.
I know that person on TV. So
Yep.
So movie stars,
Yeah.
TV
I like
people.
having a degree of anonymity.
Yeah.
for what it's worth.
I'm just gonna push into a close up on you right now.
Posters in around town.
Yeah.
Most famous bald guy in Westerly.
That's why we make such a good pair. You see.
There you go. The hat will become iconic for you
Right, yeah.
sooner or later. But that's but these are the things that everybody, right? Like being in charge of the South County Star, like, and also before that being the NPR guy and being the editor of the Sun, like, people have opinions about you without knowing you, you know. Someone who shares the last name of you, Tony Nunes, gets a lot of crap either direction, right? The people don't like some stuff that's going on at the United Theater. Like, he gets blamed for that by some people, or loved for certain things by some people, and it's like, okay, you know, he's a dad, and the like,
a very proud
he's got
dad.
He's got opinions. He's got like he's
Yes.
one person of a he has a very important job there, but he has like a bunch of people that he makes decisions with, etc. Like, these are all things that, like, people don't necessarily think about when they think of people that they hear about all the time.
Yes.
And they just get one version of that. And you know, like, here's an interesting celebrity thing. Billy Gilman,
Oh,
local celebrity, also
Yes.
international celebrity, someone who Taylor Swift looked up to when she was a child, wanting to do exactly what he did, which was become a singer-songwriter, like, you know, etc.
Darling Billy, we love Billy.
I knew Billy when we were kids in elementary school together, and I tell you what, when he was, and he and I have talked about this, when he was the #1 country artist in the world for a little bit during the One Voice period, right?
Yep.
September 9th or September 8th, 2001, 3 days before 9/11, they shut down Hope Valley and had a parade for him for Billy Gilman Day. And it was like the exact same route as the Memorial Day parade, like the me and Dave, and who I did not know him at the time, but like, there were an army of little boys in this area who absolutely hated Billy Gilman. Because
I think they absolutely love.
So did I.
No. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
this kid.
That took me by surprise.
This kid. We had a middle school chorus concert. He's getting the full like okay, the chorus stops and now just Billy sings. Like, everybody was like, this son of a, you know what I mean? Like, it was.
That is so
all of
funny.
our moms were like, oh my God, we bought the Billy Gilman CD. Like, you come home from school, you turn on VH1 or CMT, and his music video is on, and you're like, I literally had like math class with that kid like a month ago, and now he's like, you know, singing at the Michael Jackson Thriller anniversary. Like, such jealousy, right? Such jealousy. And what's funny is, like, I was friends with him before that.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
And you're friends with him now.
And friends with him now.
But in
Love
that
Bill.
little-
Love.
Yep.
Love
Billy.
Billy. Could not be a sweeter human
Yes,
being on the face of the earth. Such a sweet man. But like, during that time period of that, it was like right when I got AOL Instant Messenger for the first time. I'm like 12, 13 years old, going in like chat rooms, and like, you're like, I'm from Rhode Island, and girls from across the country, do you know Billy Gilman? Yeah, actually I do. Like, it was insane. But like, was there literally any reason to dislike Billy other than the fact that he was famous and I wasn't famous, and you know, and I had no discernible talent whatsoever? Like, no, but those are the types of things where, like, it was a lot of people, and a lot of people, much like people in Westerly right now, right, were like, don't talk to me about Billy Gilman, like all through
Uh-huh.
like middle school. It was like, don't. He left. Yeah, he left. He did. Congratulations to him, and I think that some of that's changing now. Like, people are even more proud of people that come from their town and their
Yeah.
area, and people that have success and stuff. But like my point is, you had this 12-year-old kid who had a voice like an angel, who's singing songs that were beautifully written, that have positive messages, that are like, one voice was like a profound song that happened, that was released like a year after Columbine. The music video has like the kid throwing the gun into the water, and like
Right.
him being like, the prayers were answered and stuff. Like these really profound things that like everybody should have been able to get behind. There's always going to be somebody that's like, I don't like that guy for no reason.
Yeah.
And I think that's the
Yeah, you hit upon something there, though, when you said that about the jealousy factor. And I guess one would have to examine that when they're resentful of someone who's famous
Yeah.
legitimately, and say, is it a jealousy? Is it a professional jealousy? Is it,
But then people
that-
would have to be introspective, Nancy.
Oh, that's right.
I don't have time. You have time to be introspective about that, Alex? No. Huh.
We didn't know we were going to have a psychology class this morning, did we?
Alex knew. Alex knew.
He's always prepared for the psychology of things.
Alex knew. That one didn't work.
I did. I got it.
KNEWS.
I got it.
NS. Anyway, so yeah, that's but celebrity's a weird thing. And I think notoriety of any kind breeds that, and breeds people that love you and people that just don't like you just because you're an easy thing not to like.
And it didn't work in the favor of a member of the Kennedy family. Young Jack Schlossberg did not get elected in the congressional seat in New York. So that's an interesting little
It's not
tale.
always good.
Yeah.
It's not always good. Notoriety is not always good. But you need it, right? Like you need people's attention to be able to sell stuff, to be able to get elected, to be able to become those things, but you also open yourself up to all sorts of issues.
True.
What?
Uh-oh.
Guys, what have we been talking about for the last half hour? Alex is like, can we get back to the news, please?
Fame. I want to live forever.
Oh my God. He's like, but really, guys, the DEM is doing some interesting stuff with the Potter Hill Dam.
I saw your eyes glaze over. I was like, when can we get on to Taylor Swift?
Yeah. It's the only thing I want to talk about, baby. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're in for if you come in here with more Potter Hill Dam stories, it's gonna be a cruel summer for me. All right. Just you're gonna see that glaze over in my eyes. You're gonna know it all too well.
The dam. It was the dam that did it.
Yeah, I said Rep Azanaro and Brian Patrick Kennedy, and you wanted to move on to Taylor Swift.
To Taylor Swift. Who's Taylor
I said
Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Who's Taylor Swift?
State reps aren't more interesting.
They are. State reps are super interesting to me.
That was very believable.
They are.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's very interesting when you look at like what I mean, it is interesting. Like these are things that I never talk about publicly on 321, but I'm aware that like the Rhode Island Democratic committee did not pick any candidate to endorse for the top 3 seats
That
in the
was
state.
something.
It is. However, also, is it a big of a deal? Like, it's a big deal. Is it a big deal? Who knows? People still got to go vote anyway. So, you know, it's a little interesting that the incumbents didn't get chosen just because, but also, you know, it's kind of nice actually to live in a world where the incumbents don't get chosen just because, and you don't just go with the status quo just because, and like just let the people vote and see what's happening.
Yeah, it's interesting to shake things up.
Yeah, and you know, McKee, I think, was quoted that day as saying, like, well, first of all, we won the majority of we didn't get the 60% that we needed to get the endorsement, but we got over 50% of it. And also, that's okay. I wasn't endorsed the first time that you know, like, whatever. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, that's also, what else are you going to say in that moment?
Yeah.
You know?
Now he's a popular guy around here. He likes Westerly very much.
He does like Westerly. He does like Westerly. I never have anything official to say about his policies or how he's governed or anything, because I haven't genuinely paid attention enough to it. Like, I kind of just move on in all aspects of this. I don't know enough. Like, the reason that I don't talk about stuff like this is because I genuinely don't pay enough attention to it to feel like I'm
informed
enough
Yeah.
to do it. And also, I'm not a journalist. I'm not Alex. I'm not, like, I don't want to, you know, I would be a talking head that is an opinion piece, and I think that we have too many of those in the world anyway. So why would I do that? I'm uninformed. As a man, as a human being, I love Dan. I'm friends with him. I know him.
Nice.
I've been to his house.
And his daughter is a musician with.
Yep. Kara and Matt are lovely. His wife is lovely. His mom, who passed away, was incredible. I got to play cards with them. Like, fantastic. What anybody chooses to vote for and thinks of his governing, you're probably more educated on it than I am, so I'm not going to give you any whatever on that. And same thing, like, I know some of the people that are running for town council and school committee, and, like, you know, what I think of them personally versus what I think of their I'm not educated enough on any of that. And so what I'm going to do as September approaches, when the primaries happen, and as November then approaches, is I'm going to try to educate myself on it for my own purposes, for my own, who I'm going to vote for. And I'll look at the, you know, the reporting of people that I trust, like Alex, and that will actually give, you know, straightforward information on these things, and listen to what the candidates say, and then what I think is, and you just do the best that you can to make those decisions for yourself. But I actually kind of like nobody getting endorsed for that, and I kind of like, you know, I think that the Republicans are having their committee this week or today or something, and so will they endorse officially a candidate? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Maybe it's better if they do because the Democrats didn't. So then they have a united front. It's all complicated, and I don't pay enough attention to it to know.
You know, it's great.
Turn to people that I trust, like Alex.
When you think about how different this state is, and we driving up to East Providence, which is, of course, right there on the border of Massachusetts, one becomes aware of how small but diverse this state is, with so many different areas. You know, we are so focused, as we should be, on our little corner of the world, but my goodness, it's a whole other world in Providence.
Absolutely.
It really struck me yesterday going up and hearing the guys talk about Providence news and politics too, which is so different. It's a different,
Yeah.
and talk about news deserts, which I found very interesting.
News deserts.
Mm-hmm.
Explain news deserts.
So the concept of news desert just basically means like a region where coverage of that local area has pretty much gone away.
And that would be things like
Rural areas.
North Stonington,
North Stonington,
Exeter.
the Cheraho Times went away a long time ago.
Exeter, West Greenwich.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know that anyone covers them unless there's like some
Something happens.
massive thing that happens there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very interesting. And man, they deserve it, because when we they deserve coverage of things. When we did the high school basketball team made a run towards the state championship this year, and you figure out quick exactly how many people are in Exeter, West Greenwich, and it's a lot. And it's,
Oh,
and
interesting. Right. That's right.
how many people watch, how many people are invested, how many people are showing up at Dan's place for watch parties, and like, the
Dan's place, they have a gluten-free menu.
they do. It's great.
I know all the gluten-free places.
Oh, I love it. Patrick, my business partner, would love you. He's always looking for new.
Oh,
You absolutely should.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I like it.
Fantastic. And also which gluten-free places are actually gluten-free, because
Yeah.
sometimes, like, I know, this is safe to say because it's not local. Domino's has a gluten-free crust, but it's not celiac approved because
Right.
it's cooked with the same stuff, and it's, et cetera. And I had no idea of that, right? Like Patrick was like, I can't get that, and
Does he have
also
celiac? Does Patrick?
yeah, and Lisa, our camera operator, also. So she's always. We actually did a show for a while called Quick Bites, where we would go out and go to a new restaurant, and not necessarily a new restaurant, but go to a
Okay.
restaurant and try the restaurant out, and
Okay.
give.
Oh,
And
interesting.
and by the way, one criticism that I got: I love everything.
Oh.
Right? Like, I never give a bad review of anything. And to that point, I will say publicly, I don't give a bad review of anything, because that's not what we do here. And if I really didn't like something, or I didn't like that, I would just not talk about it.
Mm.
I would just not. Yeah.
I did dining reviews for the day for a few years.
Yeah.
And, if I went somewhere it was awful, I was like, what's the point of even writing about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Write about ones that you can recommend people check out.
Yeah. Write about the ones that you can recommend. If you don't
Yeah.
write about it, then either, A, I've never been to it, or B,
Yeah,
I didn't like it and I
agree.
wouldn't recommend it. But there's no reason to go
Yeah.
in and bash a local business because you didn't like it,
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah,
but in
Lisa
the case of-
Lisa had celiac,
Yeah.
has celiac. So, yeah. So whenever we get stuff, like if there's like a company party or something, I try to make sure that we go to a place, or we order food from a place that takes care of that.
Nice.
Gluten
That's-
for both of them.
Oh, it's interesting to know. It's always helpful to know fellow celiacs.
Yeah.
Because it is such a difference. And of course, as with many things, some people take it lightly, like,
Yeah.
oh, they're one of those.
Yeah.
And when it's a serious illness, you've got to be careful. And it's great when people are aware of it, especially in restaurants, and understand the severity and ask, is it an allergy, or is it, no, it is
Yeah.
more than an allergy.
When we started to film, Patrick and I went to a restaurant and we started to film an episode of Quick Bites there, and it was the worst service that I've had in a long time, and the food was and it was dead in the restaurant too. So, like, I don't know why it took so long to do that. And then he had ordered something with a gluten-free bun, and when they brought it out, our sandwiches were mixed up. And he was like, "This isn't a gluten-free bun." And they were like, "Yes, it is." And they like swore by it. And he was like, okay. And then like by the time we left, he was already in pain. And he was like, and I don't fault him for this, but he was like, he was angry because they like literally like, and he was like, I know the difference. Like this doesn't even look like, and I'm like, mine actually looks like one.
Yeah.
Mine looks terrible to me. And he was like, oh, we should put that in the video. And I was like, oh, I deleted all the footage already. Like I deleted all the footage already, and I'm never telling anybody publicly what that place was
I
because
feel his pain. Oh,
yeah,
God,
because
it's awful.
also like that server could have been having a bad day, you know, like that server could have just found out that their mom has cancer or something and their head is not in it, or the, you know, like I don't think that my 1 hour experience inside of a small business, if it's not great, is necessarily indicative of 7 days a week, 365 days a year of that business. So why would I bash it? Why would I use the, you know, platform, whatever platform that I have, to bash a small business when it could be, you know,
Yeah. Although when it's a serious
health
illness,
issue and
then
stuff,
it's a
yes,
different
absolutely.
story.
Absolutely. But we addressed that with them directly,
Yeah.
you know, of like, hey, this was serious. He's very like, he's literally ill now because you guys didn't own up to it. And then he, you know, believed you, which I attest he shouldn't have believed. But yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things where you have to like, you know, look into both of them. And life is complicated. I think that what we can sum up the last 40 minutes of the show as is life is complicated and full of gray area. Does that make sense?
I think it does. But it's a funny transition from gluten-free buns
to life is, yeah. And all of this started
We want
because
delicious food, gluten-free, delicious food.
I just want to say that all of this started because Alex asked me my opinion on if I cared about the idea that Taylor Swift might get married here or not. You said, what do you think about that? And then 50 minutes of
I said, do you think local people care?
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't even ask my opinion. You just asked if I think local people care. I think that local people do exactly what we just did, which is go into a tangent.
We really went on and on and on, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's how people are. You know, you gotta find ways to pass the time.
But I think that that's what it is. I think that, you know, like, and that's, yeah. Ooh, you just
Hit
blew
the
my
nail on the
mind,
head.
Alex. I have been watching Ken Burns baseball over the past month. Yeah.
Oh.
I have been watching Ken Burns baseball over the last month or so.
Oh, it's
And my God, is that a long documentary? But I kind of think, you know, people have the debate now whether baseball is no longer America's pastime. It's football now, right? And I don't think that football is a long enough season even to be considered America's pastime. I think that complaining about celebrities and politicians is now America's pastime. I think that this is America's pastime. I think that this is what we all do. I think that whether the thing that you want to debate is Taylor Swift or Donald Trump or whatever, I kind of think that this is America's pastime now. I think that, you know, the way that cable news has gone in the last 30 years of creating that fight, creating that tension. We have sides now, we have teams now for everything, and it can go 24/7, and it never takes a day off. It never stops. It doesn't have to be baseball. It doesn't have to be that. And also, you know, you don't have to worry about nobody in Cheyenne, Wyoming cares about the Red Sox or Yankees because they'll care about, you know, Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. Like, or everybody knows who Taylor Swift is and they can have an opinion whether that's good or bad. Like I actually think that this celebrity worship, and I include politicians in that now, which is unfortunate, and the tearing down and discussion of that, and the fight that's constantly made by whether that's E Entertainment News or CNN and MS Now and Fox News and all of these other things. I think that those are the fights, and I think that that's America's pastime now, is just passing judgment on these things that we don't like. What?
Uplifting message on the 250th anniversary of our nation.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, take me out to the ball game.
I think there'll be. I think people will. I think you're right to some extent.
Yeah. I don't want to be Alex.
I don't think people want to live there forever.
No.
I think it'll come around.
Yeah.
I hope so.
They'll pivot to. I think people. I mean, what we're noticing with what we're doing is that people do really want like a sense of community. They want to feel connected to something. And
Absolutely.
People around them.
Yes.
So I think the toxicity is on the way out.
Yeah.
The more you can step
Agreed.
back from that toxicity and just talk to someone else as a human being,
Yes.
as your neighbor, as your
Yes.
friend, and not get into who you voted for and why and all of those things.
Yep.
Like, the more you realize that we have a lot more in common than we don't.
Amen.
But it is not as profitable to not talk about it. It is very profitable to post articles about Taylor Swift and the opulence of a Madison Square Garden wedding and what that means and how ridiculously huge that is and why and all of these things and her private jet miles and et cetera, and every little thing that every politician does that we could possibly get mad at, for good or bad reasons to get mad at. Like it's all fodder to sell ad time and keep your attention on Facebook, right? It's why the algorithms create dissension. It's why the algorithms show you stuff to make you mad or show you stuff to make you agree, because everybody's fighting for your attention to keep you on as long as possible.
Yes, and now we have AI coming at us, and that's what I was saying earlier. Gina Raimondo's new organization is very, very interesting. Very interesting. We have to see if we can land an interview with her.
Yeah.
I bet you can, Nancy.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you're Nancy. And everybody knows the hat. Alex, you got anything else to say before we... by the way, this will not happen again. This will not happen again. This hour long...
It's fine if it does. I enjoyed it.
This hour-long conversation about God knows what.
Taylor Swift, gluten-free menus.
Taylor
Beach
Swift,
Boys,
gluten-free
the
menus,
Beach Boys,
the Beach
Billy
Boys.
Gilman. God only knows what I'd be without you.
Now I want to hear Billy Gilman do a cover of a Beach Boys song and maybe record a bunch of harmonies to himself.
Now that
Because it's
sounds
the
good.
harmonies that really make the Beach Boys what they are.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
I
don't have
swear to
anything add, no.
I swear to God, I didn't take anything this morning. I don't know why. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. I should probably... Hey, oh yeah, I turned my hat backwards at some point. Maybe that's what got me all feisty. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to Alex Nunes and Nancy Burns-Pizarro from the South County Star. Thank you to everybody who watched today. Thank you to all of our advertisers. Appreciate you. Go support the South County Star. Go to southcountystar.org. Sign up for the newsletter. It is free. And
Thank you, Ben.
there are options on there to donate and to be a part of the cause to keep journalism in this area so that we do not become a news desert.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Bye for now, guys.
Ciao.
321 is about so much more than sports. We're about community, family, small businesses, nonprofits, and sharing stories that deserve to be heard. 321, what's your story?